Hey Titans, it's Mr. Spilker here, and we are going to kick off the statistics unit with a lesson from Chapter 4, Section 4, Measures of Central Tendency. Chapter 4, Section 4, Measures of Central Tendency. We have two objectives for today. The first objective is to be able to find the mean, median, mode, and range of a data set. And our second one is to be able to represent data with what we call a frequency table. Let's go ahead and dive into the lesson. Now, if you look in your textbook, this lesson is entitled Measures of Central Tendency. You're probably thinking, what is a measure of central tendency? Well, a measure of central tendency is a number that can represent a whole set of data. The three most common are the mean, median, mode, and today we'll also add in the range. So a measure of central tendency is one number that can represent a whole set of data. The first one we're going to get into is the mean. Average is the mean one because it makes you do all the work. So when someone says find the mean, mean and average are the same thing. Average is the more common word we know, but the statistic word for average is mean. So just think, average is the mean one because it makes you do all the work. You have to add up all the numbers and then divide by how many there are. That's a lot of work. For example, if you had 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 14, and you wanted to find the average, you'd have to add all of those up. So 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9 plus 14 divided by how many there are. And there's 3, 6, 7 of them. So we have to divide by 7. So to find the average, you add them all up and divide by how many there are. The average statistician is just plain mean. Average is the mean one because it makes you do all the work. The next measure of central tendency we jump into is the median. Median, think about when you're driving. The median is in the middle of the road. Median is the middle number in a set of data when that data is arranged from least to greatest. So to find the median, you have to arrange that data from the smallest piece to the biggest piece. The easy way to find the median is to slash off the ends and keep slashing until you get to the middle. So slash off the ends and it's right in the middle. Median, middle. If two numbers are in the middle, meaning you have an even number of data, then you add the two in the middle together and you divide by 2. And that gives you the median. Median, middle. Median, middle of the road. Median is the middle number. Let's get into an example here. And as you can see, I've already arranged these from least to greatest. So to find the median, I'm going to start slashing. And I'm going to work my way into the middle. Oop, there's 2 in the middle. When there's 2 in the middle, you add them and divide by 2. So my median would be 6.5. Median, the middle. The third measure of central tendency we have for you today is mode. Mode, most. Mode. Mode is the number that occurs the most. Mode, most. There can be more than one or none. The number in the data set that repeats itself the most is the mode. Mode, most. Let's go ahead and look at some mode examples. Mode, most. In the first one, we have 2 4s. We got 2 9s. So the mode is 4 and 9. In the second one, every number's different. So there's no mode. Every number's different. No mode, none. In the third one, I got 3 1s. I got 2 2s, a 3, a 5, a 7, 2 9s. But which one occurs the most? The number 1. So 1 is the mode. Mode, the one that occurs the most. Now we're into our fourth one. Our fourth measure of central tendency today is the range. The range is the difference between the smallest piece of data and the biggest piece of data. So you take the lowest number and the highest number and you subtract them. So in our example we have down here, we would take the biggest number, which is 87, minus 34, the lowest. And that would give us the range. The range is the difference between the greatest piece of data and the smallest piece. All right, Titans, I obviously went fast right there. Feel free to pause the video, rewind it, but those are your 4 measures of central tendency. Now, we're not done yet. I got one more piece of information for you, so let's go ahead and look at that. The last piece of information that I want to introduce to you here in Chapter 4, Section 4 is a frequency table. A frequency table is a method for displaying data in which you make tally marks. So here we have scores from students on a test. So, not the easiest way, but one of the possible ways of displaying this data is to make a frequency table. A frequency table is when you have data that's frequently reoccurring. So what you do is you take the different scores that occurred and you list them horizontally, and then every time that score occurs, you make a tally. So if you look at this table, 2 students scored a 65, 3 students got a 70, 4 students got a 75, 3 students got an 80, 5 students got an 85, 4 got a 90, 2 got a 95, and 1 got a 100. So this is a frequency table. Now we could use this frequency table and find our measures of central tendency. Okay, the first one would be finding, for example, I guess the easiest one to find would be mode. Which number occurs the most? Well, obviously the mode is 85. Okay, and then if we wanted to find the difference between the highest and the lowest, the range is easy to find also because the smallest number is 65 and the biggest number is 100. So that's a frequency table, Titans. I'm out of time. We got to go teach. So thanks for listening. Hopefully you got some notes from this that can help you complete your assignment. Have a good one. Stay classy, Titans.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.